those seals are very curious. They actually followed us all the way to the end of the pier, and now they're following us all the way back.
Had a great sleep at the trailhead, and now we're heading to PEI. Super excited about that, Prince Edward Island. There's a couple lighthouses I really want to see and a few beaches, so let's go.
Today, we're crossing the iconic Confederation Bridge, which carries the Trans-Canada Highway connecting Prince Edward Island to mainland New Brunswick. Stretching 12.9 kilometers or 8 miles across the Northumberland Strait, this is Canada's longest bridge and the world's longest over ice-covered waters. Constructed between 1993 and 1997 at a cost of $1.3 billion, the two-lane toll bridge rises 40 meters or 131 feet above the water and includes a 60-meter or 197-foot navigation span for ships. Its innovative design features a curved layout and a post-tension concrete box girder supported by 62 piers. With a speed limit of 80 kilometers per hour or 50 miles per hour, the journey takes about 12 minutes, though weather conditions can sometimes affect travel times. Today, we're lucky to have beautiful weather for our crossing.
It's amazing. I'm glad we're hitting it like on a clear day.
And not too windy.
Yeah. We did this years ago with the kids.
Yeah.
The RV towing the Jeep. We took this route. Amazing. So beautiful.
Alright, we just came over the Confederation Bridge. You can see behind me, that bridge links the mainland to Prince Edward Island, or Prince Edward Island to the mainland. Before that bridge went in, the only way to access this place was by ferry boat. So that is Canada's longest bridge. It's 12.9 kilometers long or 8 miles long. And it's the world's longest bridge that goes over ice-covered waters. So I guess later, you know, in January and February, that strait freezes, which is unbelievable. But yeah, we just pulled over by this little lighthouse type structure just to take a break from the road and to enjoy the sounds and the smell of the ocean. And after a little break, we're going to start heading to what's called the North Cape of Prince Edward Island. So yeah, can't wait to show you around. This is a neat place, a really neat part of Canada. So this spot here is actually on iOverlander as a dispersed camping spot. So if you're ever coming in to the island and need a place right close by the bridge, this is not a bad little spot. I'm going to mark it on Onyx. Before exploring a new place, we often like to stop by the information center, even if it's closed for the season, to see if we can uncover some hidden pieces of history we might otherwise miss. This time, we discovered the fascinating story of PEI's ice boats from the mid-1820s to 1917, these boats served as a vital winter lifeline across the Northumberland Strait, transporting mail and passengers when ice made other travel impossible. Outfitted with ice runners, they were hauled across frozen stretches and paddled through open water, a perilous and exhausting journey. The ice boat era ended in 1917 with the arrival of reliable steam transportation, but their legacy remains as a testament to the resourcefulness and resilience of PEI's early residents. Today, we're heading to the northwestern tip of Prince Edward Island, known as the North Cape. This spot marks the boundary between the Northumberland Strait and the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Well, that looks like a pretty level and a decent camp spot right on the what's called the North Cape. It's the far north side of Prince Edward Island, so you got ocean on all sides. There's kind of an interpretive center back here and some windmills for electricity. But other than that, it's red sand or red cliffs and beautiful ocean. I've already seen an eagle out there, and it looks like maybe a sea lion out here.
What a beautiful spot this is. Just views out of every single window. It's really breathtaking with the red dirt. Unbelievable. I was wearing my white shoes, but that's not good with this red dirt. So I'm gonna switch over to my hiking boots and go out exploring.
More lobster traps here, and they have concrete on the bottom. I guess that's so they sink, but they must have broken away. Some people threw rocks in them so they wouldn't go back into the ocean. Same with that one. So this is called the North Cape, and that strip of land is the North Cape Reef. And it's apparently the longest natural rock reef in North America, which extends 2 kilometers or just about a mile straight out from the land. And when we got here, it was high tide was coming in, but it was still low enough that you could see the land. Now it's almost all covered except for the end. But in high tide it completely covers, and then you have 2 tides that come together. So I guess that's the meeting of the currents of the St. Lawrence, the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and the Northumberland Strait. They converge right here over the reef. So there was a whole bunch of seals at the end of that reef, and now they're all swimming along the edge. So it must have something to do with feeding. The way the land, you know, probably brings the feeder fish up, and then they have a feast. But yeah, it's a neat place. Lots of migrating birds and lots of these gray and harbor seals, which are beautiful to watch, but the local fishermen are in competition with them because they can eat a ton of fish. And they also have been known to swim down to like 115 feet deep and break a lobster trap, rip it open and get the lobsters out of it. So that's probably what we saw over there, were lobster traps that had been robbed by the seals, and then they came ashore. I gotta read that sign to see if it's potable water, but it's a washing station and the water's still running, so if it's clean water, we'll fill up our truck tomorrow. Right now I'm gonna try to show you all the migrating birds and the way the 2 oceans are coming together. It's pretty neat. Last time we saw this was at the top, Cape Reinga at the top of New Zealand. Exactly the same thing. The I think it was the Pacific Ocean and the tides of the Tasman Sea were coming together. But it's a neat sight to behold.
Whew. It's a cold one. Just coming back to warm up a bit and charge up our batteries. Maybe make a coffee or a tea, and then we'll go back out there for sunset. So what an incredible place this is. It's just blows your mind, the beauty and so much wildlife. It's perfect. And the smell of the ocean, there's something about it. But yeah, where we're situated here at this camp spot, it's like I can't get over the views. Just everywhere you look, it's just the water, red sand, and the cliff sides. Doesn't get any better than this.
We are at the North Cape of Prince Edward Island, and it has been just absolutely beautiful. We've spent the last couple hours just walking up and down the beach. It's not really a beach here, it's a coastline with red cliffs, but just so much to see, so much wildlife, seals and all kinds of seabirds. It's been just a lot of fun combing the shoreline here. Now we're warming up because it's pretty chilly out there. It's coastal weather. It can be cold even in the summer evenings, but this time of year it's quite cold. So we're back in the truck, I'm offloading some footage, and Carol and I together are going to make a nice curry meal. So we're excited about just relaxing here and enjoying our time, and already PEI has been an amazing trip so far. So this morning you can see the tide's way out, so we're gonna try to walk to the end and back with our coffees. It's cold and windy today. Woo-hoo. As we're walking along, we can see dozens of seals just waiting offshore there. Quite a bunch of them. Mostly on this side and up at the end. And then there's the bald eagle that was there yesterday is back. So see how long he stays as we walk towards him.
All the seals are sitting out there just watching us. It's kind of funny.
Coming closer.
Yeah. Really neat to see though. The smell of the ocean is like really strong. Our seaweed, I guess. Such a beautiful smell.
Looks like a juvenile eagle. The one we saw yesterday was a full bald eagle, an adult. But I sure hope he knows to stay away from those windmills. So those seals are very curious. They actually followed us all the way to the end of the pier, and now they're following us all the way back. They swim really fast, and they're back here, at least a dozen of them, and they're just bobbing in the water looking at us. When we stop, they stop. When we start walking, they swim again. Cool. This is definitely lobster country. Lobster tails and claws all over here. So, two things you got to do on PEI. First, no trip would be complete without going to the Anna Green Gables site. We'll show you that. And then number two is hopefully we'll find a lobster restaurant open. We're now heading to the heart of Prince Edward Island to visit the birthplace of one of Canada's most cherished authors, Lucy Maud Montgomery. Born in 1874 in New London, PEI, Montgomery's early years were far from easy. After losing her mother at just 21 months old, she grew up feeling quite lonely. But it was through that solitude that she found comfort in her imagination and developed her gift for storytelling, a gift that would go on to shape her remarkable legacy. Her 1908 novel, Anne of Green Gables, made Montgomery a household name, captivating readers around the world and turning Prince Edward Island into a literary destination. Over her lifetime, she published 20 novels, hundreds of short stories and poems, and numerous essays, forever leaving her mark on Canadian literature. Even today, her work continues to inspire readers of all ages, and the L.M. Montgomery Institute at the University of Prince Edward Island helps preserve her legacy for future generations. So come with us as we take a step back in time to the very place where it all began.
It's always cozy coming here. We came here about 8 years ago with the kids, and that was really special because you could do a whole tour of the house and then walk the grounds, and it felt like you were walking through the book, you know, on all her stories, and you could just feel her imagination with all the beautiful gardens, and it just was a real special time, especially with Caroline, because her and I spent hours watching this, and I'm sure Peter had to watch it a few times with all his sisters. But
oh yeah,
it's a cozy place and really beautiful. Just brings back childhood memories.
We're getting a little boy from an orphanage in Nova Scotia, and he's coming in on the afternoon train.
Oh, how do, Matthew?
Is the afternoon train due soon?
She's waiting for you on the platform.
She?
My name is Anne Shirley. Anne spelled with me.
It's a girl.
I can see that. Where's the boy?
There weren't any.
All right, we're now in Charlottetown, PEI. That's the largest city or town on the island, and we're looking for a place to get lobster because it'd be a shame to come to PEI and not have a good lobster meal. So we think we found a place down here. We'll it's about 3 minutes more drive, and then we'll show you inside. So this place came recommended just by a shop up the road. We were just going through their shop, and Carol was doing research on her maiden name, the Martins, and it's kind of a really neat shop where they make wool sweaters and scarves and kilts and all that stuff. But she was talking about the different clans and how the Martin clan fit into that and all. So it was kind of some interesting history, but she recommended this place just down the street, so we'll see if they have lobster on the menu. So the full lobster meal that they used to serve, which we saw on Yelp, is no longer on the menu, but they do have a lobster roll, so we're just going to share this, Carol and I, and then we'll probably just, there's a bunch of seafood restaurants all in walking distance here, and we'll just go from place to place until we find a full lobster, and we'll sample the local delicacies. So step one is lobster roll. Let's try it. Years ago, Carol and I were just talking about it on our way here when we used to go down to Florida, Siesta Key area with the kids way before we started full-time traveling. We'd have about a week, so we'd have to cram everything in, but we started, instead of sitting down at a restaurant and all 5 of us getting a meal, what we did, because the kids had different tastes, we wanted to expose them to all kinds of different foods. We'd do the same thing and just basically get appetizers and go to 3 or 4 restaurants, you know, walking down the street. So, and they had so much fun. That's when they first had oysters, or what are they called? Alligator bites and calamari, and we'd just get the appies as we went and share them. And at the end of the evening, they had a lot of fun. They tried all kinds of different food, and they were full and ready for bed. So we're gonna kind of do the same thing today. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. It's cold lobster on a bun with I think some dill and different herbs, but delicious, especially after just being on the ocean. And we're still warming up from the cold breeze of the ocean, but it's such an authentic meal for this area. So we're gonna enjoy this, and we'll show you or take you to the next place with us. So Dave's Lobster was recommended, but it's closed for the season. This looks like a fun place, so we're right on the water. So probably mid-October or something they close down, we'll find out, but it'd be a neat place to come in the summer. Let's try one more place.
It's warm in here.
It's nice and warm in here, yeah. There should be a lobster around here somewhere. So we got the tail and the claws and a bit of meat from the very ends of the legs, and it was delicious, along with garlic potatoes and a really good coleslaw. If you like lobster, what do you prefer, the tail or the claws? Let us know in the comments.
Like a month or 2 ago, like the brakes went in it, I guess, and it like smashed into the pier. That's not good. So before you drive that way, I would recommend you go the other way so that you don't have to do a full circle.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go back and do the bridge.
Yeah, but then going east and then having to go back.
Thank goodness we asked you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just about to book a crossing on the ferry, but they said they're having some mechanical problems, so that saves us an hour and a half or about an hour. Yeah, about an hour and a half drive, and we'll be going back over the bridge, which will increase our trip by an hour and a half, but hey, that's all part of it. So we actually know a good camp spot by the bridge. See why it's worthwhile checking out spots even if you're not going to camp. We marked one that we'll probably stay tonight, and then we'll cross the bridge tomorrow. Pete would like this kind of decor in his room. Anything to do with shipping and sailing, it's his style.
So I don't know if you guys know, but Daniel loves Scotland and Ireland. That's where, on my maiden name side, we came from there. And so I found this beautiful shop. I'm coming back because I'm thinking of Christmas presents while I'm traveling. And I think this would just be perfect for him. Probably just a simple scarf with maybe a little medallion or something. I'm back. So what is this one?
This is the Cameron, which is the overarching clan for Martin. So
Okay.
that's the tartan you'd be entitled to wear.
Nice. I love it.
It's the Irish clan Martin crest on the glass.
So what a beautiful shop. Super happy I stopped there and I got him a little scarf. So super cozy.
Charlottetown is steeped in history, with many historic landmarks, including St. Dunstan's Basilica. We happened to park just across the street, and a sign by the door invited us to come in, so we did, taking a moment to explore this beautiful space. Known as the birthplace of Confederation, Charlottetown hosted the pivotal meeting in 1864 that set the stage for Canada's unification.
Just picked up this cute little sticker, and it was designed by a girl that is going to school in Charlottetown that we were just visiting, and the funds go to help her get through school. So I thought that she did a really good job. Now let's see if I can get the sticker off. I just had it, huh? Oh, there we go. Right. I think I have the perfect spot right next to Taco Bill. What do you guys think? There we go. Oh, it's kind of crooked. So I fixed it. I think this looks much better. And our good friend Taco Bill, hope you're doing well.
Good morning. It is November 6th. We just had an amazing sleep right along the channel there. Nice camp spot with the bridge in the background. So now we're gonna go over the bridge and get back onto the mainland and start working our way up to North Sydney, Cape Breton, where the ferry comes in for Newfoundland. So at this point, we are putting it in high gear to get out to St. John's and back before, you know, weather starts setting in, winter weather and all that. We also have to get back to the island before it freezes, otherwise we'll be kind of locked out from the boys. And we have a lot of work to do there and a lot of food to bring in and stuff like that. Although they're handling most of it for us, but that's the situation. We're gonna step on it and not make any stops, but just show you the trail, the rest of the Trans-Canada Highway right to the very end, and then we can check that off. And then coming back, depending on weather, we'll maybe see a few more sites. We've got some stuff we want to show you. So I think I told you yesterday, the reason we had to come back and take the bridge off is because they're having a malfunction on both of the ferries that run off of PEI. So that's why we're doing that. And then also, there's usually two ferries that run to Newfoundland. One goes straight across to Port aux Basques, and one takes the long journey around. It's like a 16-hour or longer journey to St. John's and back. So we were gonna cross at Port aux Basques and drive right across Newfoundland and then take the big long ferry back, but because it's late in the season now, they've shut down the long ferry. So we have to actually drive out there and then drive all the way back and take the same ferry. So that's what we're doing. All right, it's easy enough. So it's $50 across the bridge. That's less than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be $200, like 100 each way. So 50 isn't too bad going both ways.
Yeah, there was no cost. There was no cost coming onto the island. It's just you pay $50 to go off, which is about the same as the little ferry, I think, on the other end. So All right, up we go. We are over the bridge and back on the mainland. We're in New Brunswick at the moment, and in a couple hours we'll be over into Nova Scotia. But we just wanted to say thanks, PEI, for your hospitality, for being such an awesome little island. We really enjoyed our time there, and we'll be back someday. So we have reservations on the ferry going from North Sydney, Nova Scotia to Port aux Basques, Newfoundland, but we got a notification that there may be delays due to weather, so we're just going to carry on up there. We'll go as far as we can and see what happens if they cancel it or delay it. We'll let you know. It's all part of the journey. Wow, it's a windy day, but anyway, I just got off the phone with the ferry, and they are sailing tonight, so they haven't canceled that or postponed it. And they also had a little bunk room become available, and so don't tell Carol, but I treated her with getting the bunk, which has a bathroom and a shower, and so we can have oh, she's here. That'll be nice.
I'm super happy because we thought we only had like just the normal chairs or like the cafeteria to sit in for over the night, because it would have, we leave at 11 and arrive at 6 in the morning, and I was okay with that. I was planning on packing a sleeping bag and some pillows, but when this opened up, I was like, this is nice. Really nice. So happy.
We're just gonna make a quick pit stop here, get some diesel and maybe a coffee, and then carry on. Extra large black coffee.
So we got a coffee. You know I love my turkey, and we have a pile of maps. Talk about a road trip.
It's a road trip. Join us next time as we head north through Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, and catch the ferry to Newfoundland. Our ultimate goal is to reach Cape Spear, the easternmost point of Canada, marking the completion of our coast-to-coast journey across this amazing country. As always, thank you so much for watching. A special shout out to our Patreon family. We truly appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an episode.